It feels like airdrop time has just come into Cardano, and we have another airdrop for a promising protocol building on Cardano, the Mayz Protocol, and everyone can become eligible for this airdrop. There are just a few tests that you do need to complete, and once again, we got you covered. In this video, we'll show you exactly everything you need to do to get eligible for this airdrop, and also how you can maximize this airdrop. Before showing what you need to do to maximize your airdrop for the Mayz protocol and the Mayz token, it might be worth for me to explain you what is Mayz all about. And Mayz is a DeFi protocol that is coming to Cardano, as you can see here, and this protocol allows everyone to create, manage, and invest in Cardano funds. This basically means that anyone, including yourself, can create a fund, and this is a combination of different tokens from different protocols on Cardano with whatever ratio you think it is the most appropriate, with whatever theme you think is the most appropriate. And why is this useful? Because instead of buying tokens individually, you can get exposure to these funds in a much easier way, I would say. For example, there could be a deep-in fund with deep-in tokens and projects, and you just get that fund to get exposure to the deep-in category. Or the same could happen with DeFi, crypto AI, or whatever other narrative, or even just the top 5 Cardano projects on Cardano, for example. So it's a similar reasoning to the reasoning of buying the S&P 500 to get exposure to the top 500 companies in the US, or the Nasdaq to get exposure to the top tech companies in the US stock market as well. And you know, these kinds of indexes are very looked for, sought after by the consumers, I would say, with a great part of the money invested in the stock market being invested into these indexes. And it's probably one of the easiest ways for new investors to come into the market to start investing and benefiting from the appreciation of their assets. And I think it could be very useful for crypto as well, because if people want to get exposure to crypto, to a specific narrative, for example, they could actually use these funds to get very quickly that exposure they are looking for. And what is also cool is that at any point you can actually redeem the fund for the tokens in the fund, and you can hold the tokens yourself. So that's also very awesome. Although, of course, if you want someone else, the fund manager, to keep updating the fund and keep updating the ratios and ensuring you have the best portfolio possible, of course, you should not take out your tokens from the fund. So definitely, this is a very interesting use case, an important DeFi use case that will make it easier for people to get into cryptocurrency, especially for new investors coming to the space, and more specifically to Cardano. And now that you realize the potential, hopefully you will be motivated enough for you to participate in this testnet. And as such, we'll take a look here at this Medium article. I'll leave the link in the description. And this Medium article has everything you need to know about this airdrop. So as you can see here, the testnet has started on March the 10th. And we have here 3,000 Mayz tokens that will be airdropped to participants of this testnet. Naturally, they want to test this protocol and see what are the bugs. And basically, you have a few tests that you can complete. And of course, there are a few steps. You need to have a Cardano wallet, NAMI or Eternal are okay. I already have here my NAMI wallet prepared, in fact, for this testnet. We are already on preview mode. This is what you need to do. You need to come here to your wallet. Once you're in the main page of your NAMI wallet, you come here, you go to settings, you go to network, and you make sure you set it up to preview. It should be in mainnet, but you set it up to preview. And you come back here. To perform these actions, you actually need to get some test ADA and some Mayz tokens. You have here the link for the faucet. You just click on it, and you can see here what you need to do. It's very simple. You just you have the preview testnet. Make sure it's the one selected and not the pre-port. You want to test ADA, so you come here to NAMI. Go here. You click on receive, copy your address, and then you just paste it here. You confirm that you're not a robot, and you just request the funds, and it's super simple. In this case, I've already requested them before, so it's exceeded. You just have one try per day, and you'll get 10k ADA into your wallet. But then you come back here to the Mayz protocol, and you also need to try to get some Mayz tokens, and for that you just need to send 2 test ADA to this address. These Mayz tokens will be used in the app, will be needed for some actions, so you really do need to get them. So you just come here to your NAMI wallet, you click send, you paste the address they have here, and make sure you send them to test ADA as requested, and you'll send this transaction, and basically you'll get the tokens in your wallet. I already have some Mayz tokens here from previous transaction. For some reason they appear as the NFTs, and you'll get yours as well. To be eligible for rewards, the first step you shouldn't forget is to register. Okay, so you have here the registration link for Mayz Testnet, and this is super important. Don't forget to register. It's just a Google form. In my case, I've just answered it, but you just need to come here and answer the question. Oh, before I forget, there's a next step that is important. Basically, the address you add into that in the registration form you just filled, you also need to add it in the Mayz Testnet. So let's come here to the Mayz portal. This should be the first page you come into. I already tried this testnet, that's why I have some stuff here. But basically, whenever you come, you should come here to Incentivized Testnet program. You shouldn't have anything here. You should have just this information, but I have it because I've already started playing with it. But basically, what you actually need to do is to come here and to go to Incentivized Testnet program, and here you need to add your mainnet address. I already have mine here, but you need to put yours so that you actually get the airdrop from the work you're doing. Don't forget that. That's super important, is to associate your testnet to your mainnet. Once you've completed these steps, you're basically ready to go to start going through the actions of the Mayz Incentivized Testnet, okay? And in this case, you can decide to perform all or just some of the tasks. What is important is that you actually need to complete each task. If you just complete it partially, it will not be rewarded, so that's super important. And each task you complete, it actually rewards you points, and the more tasks you do, the more reward you'll receive. And of course, the more you repeat each task, the more points they will be added. So basically, if you want to maximize your airdrop, the key is to actually repeat these actions in this testnet as much as possible for your airdrop to be larger, to be more significant. With that, we are actually ready to go, and we can perform the first task, that is the buy fund tokens task, as you can see here. And this is a simple one. You just need to come here to the Mayz protocol and actually buy a fund token. So you come here to funds, and here in funds we actually have the available funds. I would say these four are the funds of the protocol. They were not created by the community, so these ones are the ones you really want to be diving deeper into, because those are the ones that are accounted for, I would say. So you come here and you buy, for example, I don't know, Cardano DeFi. You come here, and this can be a bit complicated in the beginning, but you have here the buy option. You also have your sell option if you want to sell your tokens. But basically, to buy, you need to select here the offer to buy as well. So you can see here the different offers and the different rates. I would advise you to take the lower rate, the lower fee possible to buy this token. These are the swap offers available, and I would take this one. And for this one, what I would do is, instead of setting up numbers that can go wrong, just select max here. And this is the max you can buy. Clearly the max here is superior to my max. So I will instead now decrease the number, and I'll try to buy, I'll decrease it here. I'll try to buy around 400, 200 is okay. Yeah, 200 is okay. to test ADA, and I'll buy this CDFI token. You come here and you sign your transaction, and then it will be confirmed. So whenever you get the confirmation, it's done and the first task is completed. And now we have here the second task, and this is a bit harder, of course. Next level, you need to, after buying the token, you actually need to create a swap offer for this token, okay? And basically when you create these offers, you can actually earn commissions when others use them, right? So basically, to do the swap offer, let's come here to the portfolio. And here in the portfolio, you can see your assets. You can either go to my participation or my swap offers. In this case, I'll go to my swap offers. I already have some swap offers here, but you shouldn't have any. But you can come here on create and create a new one. And in this case, we'll do a new one with the C land, Cardano land. And we put here a percentage of the commission we want to get, let's say 6%. We'll say how much of the token we want to get. I'll say the max, that is 1, we just have 0.01, that's what we have. And here I'll say the minimum of ADA, but you can decide how much you want, you're the one that decides. And you quickly create your offer, you're accepted, and then you have the pop-up to sign the transaction. But after you do that, your swap offer should be done, should be completed. And then you have the third task, that is an advanced task to buy, earn, and withdraw. So here, this third task, you have more tasks to complete, right? It's a bit more complex. You have to buy the fund tokens, which we have already done before. But besides that, we need to create 2 swap offers. We have already created one. And you need to create another, probably for the same token, just to be safe. So just create another swap offer, follow the same process if you need to. And then you have here the new tasks that you actually need to complete. And we'll go through them right now. This task here is more complex. You'll have more things to do. The first thing you need to do is to actually sell some of your tokens, and that's exactly what we'll do here. We'll come to funds, but you can do it in your portfolio as well. We come here to the Cardano DeFi one, and instead of buy here, you change it to sell, and you put the minimum. In this case, we'll sell the minimum of the tokens. We'll see the rate here. We'll try to go with the lowest rate. It's 1%, I think, but you don't need to. But in real life, it's good. And then this is what we will get. So we sell it, we confirm, and we sign it. And now it's just waiting for the confirmation of the transaction for the first action to be done. Then we have here the second option here, that is to delete one of our swap offers. So you must have created a swap offer before, as I told you. So you come here to the incentivized test, to the portfolio, and here in the portfolio you go to your swap offers, and here you can see all the swap offers you have. In this case I have plenty, but you should have just one, and you can update them, right? So in this case I have one for Cardano DEX, and what I'm going to do is to delete this swap offer, and then I'll accept it. And I just need to confirm the transaction, and basically this swap will be stopped and the tokens of the fund will come back to our wallets. Then you have the third and last action for this round, that is to withdraw and burn fund tokens receiving the assets. Okay, so basically you have your assets there. You should have a fund token here. If you sold everything, you need to buy more fund tokens. But if you have fund tokens like I have, you can come here to the my participation part, and you can select one of your holdings and you can actually withdraw them. You come here to withdraw. Here at the top you can see that you can either deposit tokens to the fund or you can withdraw them, and in our case we will withdraw them. We'll do a maximum of what we can withdraw. We can select here the tokens and amount if we want to withdraw more or less. and we can then click here to withdraw. We can see what we are going to withdraw, and we can confirm, and those tokens will basically come into our wallet while we are going to burn the fund token that will stop existing. I think one thing that is worth mentioning is that it is important to complete the entire action with the same fund token. Okay, don't go across different tokens, and I'll explain you why later down the road. So if you started with the CDEX token, just do everything with the CDEX. If you started with the CLAND, do everything with the CLAND. Just choose one token and do all these steps with the same token. Because if you come here to Incentivized Testnet program, you can see here the achievements and the tasks. And you can see here basically that your achievements are related to the token, and you do need to follow the process with the same token to unlock these achievements. And one good thing you can do to maximize your airdrop is to try to do all these tasks for all these tokens. Of course, these sometimes take a while to update after you've done the task, so that's also important to consider. Finally, we have here the fourth task, that is to delegate the Mayz tokens. Okay, this will allow you to share in the commissions generated by the fund. And to do that, basically, you just need to come here to your portfolio again. You come here, you can come to my delegations if you want to create a new delegation. I already have some delegations, you should have 0, or you can come here to my participation, and you can actually choose a place to delegate. And in this case, to delegate, you have here the option to delegate, you add the token, and you select to delegate the Mayz. I selected 100, and now I'm delegating. Just confirm the transaction, and that's how you delegate the token. And then we have the other option, that is to actually withdraw your delegation. Basically, to delegate, you just come here to your portfolio, you come here to your delegations. You've already seen that you should have one delegation. In this case, it's the one with the 100 Mayz that you can see here, the one we just done. And now you withdraw for the same delegation. I will withdraw everything. You can choose how much you want to withdraw. You click here, you accept, and then it's just signing your transaction, and you'll get your Mayz tokens back, as well as some ADA. And with that, you have all the tasks for this incentivized testnet done. You should be eligible for all of them. As I said before, you should do it here for every fund, as you can see here, to get these awards. I think that's very important, so do try to do it for every fund. I'll be doing exactly that as well, to try to maximize this airdrop. And basically, of course, one very important thing you can do is that if you find any bugs in the meanwhile, anything that you believe is not working as it should, then you have the form here in the Medium article with the link for you to be able to submit the bug, to tell them what's the problem. That could be very interesting, because if you find good bugs, if you give good explanations, that could actually give you more of an airdrop. So that should be very important for you to do. And in addition, one thing you can do is to share your achievements on Twitter, preferably when you're more updated and you've done all the tasks, or almost all the tasks. And basically, this is super simple. You just come here to your Mayz, you come to Incentivized Testnet program. This is basically where we were already. And here you have your achievements that you can see what I talked about when you complete each task for each of the funds. And you just need to click here on Twitter to share your achievements. You can edit this tweet, but please don't change what they've made here. Just add something more if you want to, because they'll actually use some of those links to track you and to track that it was your account and what incentivized testnet account do you have. And this is useful because just a Twitter share will double your points, which is very nice. After that, to make sure that you'll be eligible for rewards, there is one last task that you shouldn't miss, and this is the completion of the feedback form. I haven't done it, I need to do it. You have here the feedback link, you just click here, and this is what will allow you to get your rewards and to make sure they are distributed. If you want, you can also join the Mayz Discord to verify your rewards and also to stay updated in terms of announcements. What is important to know about the token is you have the Tesnet timeline, and I think it's important to notice that the Mayz claim period will be only after the mainnet launch of the protocol. The testnet has begun on the 10th of March, and now it will finish at midday at the 9th of April, UTC. Okay, and in this case, you need to perform all these tasks between this period, and you can submit the address registration until the 14th of April, but better do it right away, the sooner the better. And you'll have 30 days in the mid-May to claim your Mayz rewards. So yeah, be careful, make sure your address is correct and that you fill all the links and all the forms properly, as well as the backend in the Mayz testnet. Naturally, the rewards will be calculated at the end of the reward program. There is a limit of registrations to 500 participants, which can be seen as a bad thing, but also a good thing because it means you'll have a more significant share of the Mayz airdrop. And then there will be a whole evaluation of the contributions of the testers, and that will be what will define your rewards. But maybe for you to take your final decision to make sure this is worth it, you should definitely take a look at the tokenomics. Okay, we've done a quick research here for you, and basically the Mayz token will be the utility token for the DeFi protocol, and it's a token that you'll need to complete certain actions in the protocol, like you've just seen with the swaps. But for example, creating funds will also require some Mayz tokens, and it's also the governance token for the protocol. And you can also find the tokenomics here in the white paper of Mayz, and there is a total of 1 billion tokens with 20% of the supply going for funding the protocol, for the development, with a private sale, a public sale, and an ISPO, as you can see here. 45% will be distributed across the community as rewards to users of the protocol. 20% is going to the team that is subjected to a 2-year vesting contract, at least the founders, and 15% would go to the treasury of the protocol for funding new initiatives related to Mayz, for the community, the holders of the token, to decide what to do with this 15% of the Mayz token supply. But definitely, besides what we are seeing here, dive deeper into the tokenomics, dive deeper into the team, and check if it's worth your time and if you believe the project has potential. And if you like airdrops and you want to participate in other airdrops that are currently live, you should check the Atrium DAO Airdrop. We have a tutorial as well for you so that you can qualify for this airdrop, so that you can maximize your airdrops, and it will be here in the end screen, and I'll see you there.